Take a look now, a closer look at the damage in Autauga County, where yesterday's storms killed at least 7 people.
Rescue crews today going back to the areas they searched last night just to be sure everyone is accounted for. And that is where we find our Tristan Rupert. Tristan, you have been speaking with residents in the area. What have you been learning about the devastation and what are they telling you?
Sarah, they never expected this to happen so close to home, nor do they expect a tornado, an EF3 tornado at that, to tear apart their lives, to tear apart their property. And today was a day of reckoning for many. So far, unfortunately, several have come to terms with a very different reality than the one they were used to. That includes Stephanie Brown. What's left of her home is actually behind me now, and you're seeing video of it on your screen. A difficult day. Many of her and her loved ones actually spent a portion of the afternoon trying to pick up the pieces, trying to find photos and jewelry in particular. But a much greater loss occurred just down the road. That's actually where her brother called home. They were neighbors. They cared about each other deeply. Stephanie says she even raised him for a large portion of their lives. And even though she is hurting, Brown remains thankful more lives were not lost.
Blessed. Even though I lost my brother, it still could have been worse. God spared us. And I'm not selfish. God knows I'm not. But it's a hard pill to swallow.
Brown crediting the community for making it a little bit easier. She says the outpour of love and support that she has seen in this area is what makes not only Alabama special, but makes this old Kingston community special. Again, Governor Ivey in the area surveying the damage. We're going to bring you more sound from some of the community members who are witnessing firsthand the devastation and wrath of Mother Nature, or at least they have over the last 48 hours in the shows to come. Reporting in Autauga County, Tristan Rupert, WBRC, Fox 6 News, on your side.
On the 4, a nuisance for neighbors, and we are on your side getting answers on this pothole-filled road in Midfield. This is 2nd Avenue just off Fairfield Boulevard.
Yeah, we sent Tristan Rupert to check this out for you. He joins us now live. Tristan, one of those potholes is pretty big. What have you learned?
That's right, Sarah, and neighbors tell me this road has really gotten worse here recently, but it's been a problem for years. Take a look at the size of this patch job right here. Neighbors tell me this occurred just yesterday, and while it was patched this week, many cars are still doing anything they can to avoid the troublesome areas.
This road has been torn up. All they do is come out and patch up and go.
Neighbors tell me that prior to crews filling the pothole, water was shooting up from the street. I was able to ask another neighbor how many times crews have come out to work on the bumpy road.
Just off the top of my head, at least 5 or 6 times that I've seen them out here and fix something and do a patch, and next thing you know, it's back like this again, sinkhole style.
I reached out to Midfield Mayor Gary Richardson to see if he was aware of the issue. He said he was not, but then checked with his public works director, who told him that this is the result of a utility cut by Birmingham Waterworks. But Waterworks doesn't serve Midfield. They serve Fairfield, and a neighbor just up the road showed me the Fairfield line.
This is speed limit, but at the top of it says Fairfield. It's, you can hardly see it, whatever, but you enter in Fairfield.
William Moody says years ago someone hit the sign and it has not been replaced. And while he calls Fairfield home, the potholes in Midfield are still impacting him.
It tears your car up, your front end, your tires, replace your tires. It's costing me money. I'm pretty sure it's costing the other neighbors money.
Now, I reached out to several entities trying to get this community more answers. They include Bessemer Utility and Birmingham Waterworks. Bessemer Utilities, who serves Midfield in regards to water utilities. At this time, I have not got word back from either of them, but as soon as I do, I'll update you both on air and online. Reporting in Midfield, Tristan Rupert, WBRC, Fox 6 News, on your side.
Well, new on the 4, tragedy.
Back to that breaking news. Multiple people shot on I-59 South at the 20th Street Inslee exit.
Well, the traffic on that interstate is very much backed up. We're talking about miles of backup now. Let's go to our Tristan Rupert to give us more information on the scene here.
That's right, Sarah. And Birmingham police now asking that Aaliyah aid them when it comes to controlling the traffic caused by this scene. Again, let's repeat what we know so far. 2 individuals shot or injured, it seems, taken to the hospital. We don't know the extent of those injuries. I'm going to get behind the camera and kind of showcase what we can see here on the scene at this very moment. Right there, you can tell a long and lengthy backup that just continues to go as far as the eye can see. As far as what we're seeing on the ground, Birmingham police have probably close to a dozen vehicles out and about right now. Some on this side of the overpass, others came from the northbound side on the other side of the overpass. So this scene or this video right here perhaps doesn't do it justice just how many law enforcement officers are out here responding. Now, I'm not the only one from the Fox 6 team here. Oliviana Calmes is also out capturing video. She was able to tell me just before this live shot that she's seen a few different evidence markers be laid out. It seems like the number we have right now is 14, and they're looking at a vehicle now. Let me see if I can get you a video of this. It's going to be a tight shot, but let me see if I can move this camera and get you video of that vehicle. It's an odd angle, but it seems like police are surrounding that vehicle at this very moment, looking for more evidence. That seems to be like it was involved in this somehow. A handful of officers working to bring you the latest information. As far as what else I'm seeing, we're eventually going to hopefully hook up with the Birmingham Police Communications Division, Officer Truman Fitzgerald and company, see if we can find out more about what's going on, what perhaps caused this, and see if we can get an update on those that are injured and at the hospital as we speak. But again, a developing scene, a chaotic one. If you're trying to get to and from home, you need to look for alternative routes. Our First Alert team's, of course, going to update you on what you need to know. Until then, reporting in Birmingham, Tristan Rupert, WBRC, Fox 6 News, on your side.